Hey everybody, Antoni here with a review of Bruckner's Symphony No. 5 in B flat, which was part of the Salzburger Festspiele, was shown at the Großes Festspielhaus, and on the podium was veteran conductor Bernard Haitink alongside the Symphonieorchester des Bayerischen Rundfunks. Now, the thing about Anton Bruckner is just like his many other colleagues, Richard Strauss and Alban Berg, he was very well known for his orchestral pieces and also some of his symphonies. And what's also worth mentioning is that his symphonies, based on tonight's performance of this concert, has a lot of build-up, so to say. What starts in certain passages as light and soft simply builds up into something that's more of a crescendo and something that's very epic alongside and even reminiscing that of Wagner's various operas, most notably that of the Ring Cycle. So going into this concert of what I thought about it, I thought it was just well done, especially from having a veteran conductor who has been, well, in charge of many orchestras throughout the years, like Bernard Haitink. He is extremely well known for performing all throughout Europe, the Americas, and some parts of Asia, but has mostly performed throughout, well, Europe and America. So let's start with what I thought about this particular symphony from the great Anton Bruckner. Movement number 1 is basically an introduction, like an epic introduction, the ones that you'd usually hear in your epic movies or your action fantasy movies and all of that. It has that type of build-up. What starts out as seemingly calm, it's like a calm before the storm, but then it starts to build up into something that's a lot more epic, that just simply takes you on a roller coaster ride through these melodies, through a huge torrent of sound, and it's all thanks to the cooperation of the symphony orchestra. It was just so amazing to hear that type of opening that made me feel so pumped up. The second movement is a lot more somber and a lot more silent, as it has that type of, well, somber feeling to it that is quite morose, yet very beautiful. Sure, there's a little bit of build-up to like a slight crescendo, but it's naturally quite somber. But then the third is when things start to pick up. It starts to become a lot faster, speedier, and a lot more exciting. And then the final movement, what starts off as quite cheeky in some areas, moves into an epic closing where it's so full of crescendos, as grandiose as possible. And it just really shows that this, in the right hands of a very fantastic conductor, can make this particular symphony just so worthwhile hearing. And I deeply respect Maestro Haitink for making such wonderful music, and it's all thanks to, well, with help from the orchestra. So overall, this was definitely a great evening to hear such a wonderful symphony from a very great German composer. It is just so breathtaking, and I really have to thank Maestro Haitink for really, well, leading this orchestra. So a huge kudos to him and all of the members of the Symphonieorchester des Bayerischen Rundfunks. They all deserved the hugest round of applause, and they really deserved a lot of merit, especially the conductor. Now, on a more unrelated note, this review is also dedicated to Carlo Bergonzi, who is a very well-known Italian tenor of the 50s, 60s, and has sung all the way to the 2000s. He passed away 2 days ago at the age of 90, so may he rest in peace, and like I said, this review is dedicated in his memory. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to tune in tomorrow where I review the Liederabend with Anna Prohaska, which I feel like it's going to be very exciting because, well, this is my third time that I'll be seeing Anna Prohaska on stage. Actually, no. Make that fourth because I saw her, well, I first saw her as Pamina, and then I saw her as Dido, and then I saw her as Susanna. So this is the fourth time I'll be seeing her on stage, and that's going to be very exciting. And I'm sure that it's going to be such a huge blast hearing her sing all of these wonderful lieder. So until then, this is Antoni signing off and wishing you all a good night.